These are the 9 secret things you should be looking for in a relationship. Get your tea ready. Okay? I'll tell you right now, spoiler alert, it's not his bank account or her bank account. It's not the way that she look. Ladies, as fabulous as we do be looking, it's not what they can do for you in the bedroom either. Stop it. I know some of y'all out here thinking like that. That's not it. That's not it. Keep it holy. Keep it holy. Okay? That ain't. Hang it up. Okay? It's not about how many kids they got. No. It's not their credit score. Some of these things is important, okay? We're not just going to negate that, but that's not the 9 things we're here to talk about today. The 9 things I'm here to tell you about can be found in Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 through 23. Number 1, love. Number 2, joy. 3, peace. 4 is long-suffering or patience, depending on which version you're reading from. 5 is gentleness. 6 is goodness. 7 is faith. 8 is meekness. And number 9 is temperance or self-control or self-discipline, depending on which one you got, okay? All right. As you can tell, you're not going to be able to find these things out on the first, second, or third date, ladies and gentlemen. To do a proper evaluation on whether these people have these qualities and characteristics, you're going to have to spend some time with them. And this goes for family members, co-workers, and alike. Whatever type of relationship, cousins, aunties, uncles, friends, you want to make sure you surround yourself in good company, because you are a reflection of who you hang around. What I believe it says, like the sum of 5 people, like who you surround yourself with. Watch your company. Watch your company. Watch who you keep around you. That's very important. You don't recognize or realize the influence that people have on you and the type of decisions and choices that influence your life due to the fact that you're hanging around these types of people. Number 1, let's talk about love. Okay? Love is a fruit of the Spirit. In fact, it is the most prominent and encompassing, because love is produced by the Holy Spirit. It shows that a person is selfless and has unconditional sacrificial love. It is shown by God's love for humanity. It is an action and a choice to care for and serve others. It mirrors God's love. When a person is capable of love, they are capable of loving you. You want to check for that. Check for that, okay? What they say, check that T. A lot of y'all sometimes get into these relationships with people and they are not even capable of love. They're not even capable of love. 2, let's get into it. Joy. Joy is different than happiness. Joy is different than being happy. Just because a person is happy does not mean that they have joy. Joy is a deep, abiding happiness rooted in faith. And God's presence is not a fleeting emotion. People can be happy one moment, then the next second, they got a whole different emotion. Sadness, anger. Those things come and go. Nobody is happy all the time. But joy is a deeper, more enduring state of well-being that comes from trusting God even in difficult times. That's a fruit of the Spirit. How many people you know that say that even in a difficult time, they still have joy? Happiness is external. Remember that. Number 3 is peace. Peace is a gift from God. I can think of a lot of people that you can just walk across in your lifetime, just meeting people casually, and you can tell that these people don't have peace. It just, from the moment you get around them, it just oozes. It's in the environment. From the moment you walk in their house, from the moment you become in their presence, like you just like, ooh, every time I come around, these people ain't got no peace. You don't even like being around them. You don't like talking to them. Anything that flows from their mouth, out of their heart, it's negative. Ain't nothing positive coming about this whole situation. It's always something else. It's up and down, hot and cold. You be glad to get away from them. You feel like you can't breathe. You feel like you're suffocating just from being around them. You ain't got no peace over there. You can't even sleep. You can't breathe. You can't eat. Nothing. You don't feel no peace in that environment. Watch out. Peace is a fruit of the Spirit. Okay? It brings inner tranquility. Yeah, that's what peace is. Peace is a gift from God that transcends worldly understanding. Even in the midst of difficult circumstances, this peace that God gives is beyond what the world can comprehend. When you have that type of peace, unmatched. Chef kiss, as they say. Number 4, long suffering. Now I had to, go ahead and hit up my Google because I understood it, but I want you to understand it too. Long suffering, and in some translations you'll see the word patience. Okay, but I like long suffering better because it related to me. I'm like, some things that just don't seem like it has an ending. Like, I feel like you just be suffering for a long time, a very long time. So that word resonated with me, y'all. I just gotta say that, like, if anybody who has suffered long time, I believe that word might resonate with you as well. Okay? Long suffering is a willingness to endure hardship or provocation without becoming angry or retaliatory, to show self-restraint in the face of provocation, not hastily retaliating or promptly punishing. This is a reflection of God's character. He is long-suffering and patient with humanity. I'm going to tell you why this is important when you're looking into relationships, romantic and otherwise. If this type of person is short-tempered, watch out. No, seriously, because like that's what I said. These types of things you're going to find out over a period of time. When you get around toxic individuals and they are quick to pop off, get ready to pack your bags and leave, honey. That's not somebody you want to be around. That's not somebody you want to do relationships with. These people, they'll flip like a light switch on you. You think everything is all fine and good, and next thing you know, y'all can't even be at the store. Dude then popped off Girls too, females, you don't know how to control your emotions. You get on the traffic, get in some traffic, you get on the highway, they in the car, they cussing everybody out on the highway. And I know because I used to have road rage. And I had patience. I would be nice. It wasn't even that bad, according to to me, right? It wasn't that bad, but cut me off. The Lord had to walk me through that. Okay, He had to let me know gently and slowly. When people start doing wild stuff, I start saying, "Bless you, bless you." That was hard for me to do because I came from cussing people out on the road. The Lord has brought me a long way. That's all I'm gonna say. But you want to be careful with these people who you out here with. Okay, not everybody is capable of turning the other cheek and then turning it again. Okay, because a lot of people I might have let you. I might let you fly the first time. They might let you fly the second time. By the third time, y'all be right about to put them up. Put them up. That's not what you want. You don't want to be around nobody like that who has no self-control. Number 5, gentleness. You want somebody that's going to be gentle with you. You don't want nobody that's going to be rough with you and talking to you crazy, who don't have no patience for you. Okay? You don't want that. The second you with somebody and they yelling at you and jerking you around and pushing you around, and that's not nobody being gentle with you. I don't know about y'all, but even some of these female friends I had in the past, I'm like, dang, why you yelling at me? Why you talking to me all crazy? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. If you can't talk to me and be nice and be gentle and communicate in a way that is efficient for the whole environment, if you want to get stuff done, the best way to do is just be gentle with me, okay? Be gentle in general. I don't know too many situations where you can go in there and start acting a fool and you gonna get the results you was looking for. Some people, they think that's the answer. Just pop off on people and they gonna get the results they want. You might get some results. I'm not gonna knock you on that. You go in there, you cut somebody out, cool. You might get your food faster, but don't be surprised if somebody might have spit in your drink or something. Be careful. You want somebody who's gentle. You gotta look out for that. The only way you're gonna find out about those types of things when you go on dates, when you go on outings, okay, with people, when you go hang around them and their family. Look how they handle people. Look how they talk to people, okay? Look how they talk to you. Look how they talk to the waitress. Look how they talk to their mother, their father, their brother, their sister, okay? Their co-workers. That's why I said you're not going to be able to find these things out on the first or the second or third date. Everybody put up a good little front in the beginning, okay? But when that front wears off, who you dealing with? Gentleness is strength that is tempered with love and compassion. It is about having a soft and gentle disposition, even when faced with difficult situations or disagreements. Okay? Gentleness means you recognize your limitations and not to think of yourself better than somebody else. Okay? Gentleness manifests itself in acts of kindness and consideration and compassion towards others. Gentleness is showing love and concern for the well-being of others. Yes, absolutely, because when somebody is displaying that fruit of the Spirit, they're going to be considerate of what you have going on. When you come home, you want that person to be like, oh, you know what? I thought about you. When you come home, you want that person to have your stuff, maybe set out for you, have some gentle, quiet music playing. You don't want nobody to, when you come home, they loud, talking, yelling at you. It's wild to me. We're going to move on because I can go on and on. 6 is goodness, okay? Goodness is a fruit of the Spirit. It's a desire to do what's right, even when difficult. It comes from a pure heart and a selfless desire to benefit others. This is more than just being nice. I got a story to tell y'all, but it's more than just being nice. It's deep within a person. It's their character that manifests in actions and motivations. True goodness comes from God, not human effort alone. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, toxic, covert, narcissistic people, they think that they're a nice person, and you could easily be confused if you're not watchful. That's why I said these are the 9 things you gotta secretly look for, okay? Because the nice ones, them the ones that have everybody fooled, okay? It's not just about being nice. It's not just about being nice. Anybody can put on the front, like I said. You gotta wait this thing out and see what you really dealing with. Peel back the layers. This ain't no overnight job. You gonna catch it. You gonna see when you looking for these things. You start to pick up on them real nice. Okay. Number 7 is faith. Faith is understood as trustworthiness, loyalty, and dependability. Faith as a belief and trust in God, an active way of living by love and obedience to God. Okay. Number 8 is meekness. Meekness is a gentle, humble, and submissive attitude toward God and others. It's not about being weak or passive. It's about having strength under control. That's a mouthful right there. Because men, I think that I've seen that with men. They think that meekness is weakness. Meekness is not weakness, okay? And I know some ladies probably you could understand and hear, right? You understood. Meekness is a willingness to yield to God's guidance. A meek person is not afraid to stand up for what is right, but they do so with humility and gentleness, trusting in God's strength and not yours. Yes. Men, I say that especially because you guys possess a certain type of strength and are capable of displaying that in ways that make people afraid at times. And to be able to hone that strength and to be able to reserve it and to have some self-discipline enough not to exert that out into the environment, that's meekness. Yes. Okay. And it doesn't take away from your power and authority that you do have. And number 9, the final one, I like this one, is temperance. Mainly because that's the one that I'm working on, the one that I'm coming around to seeing develop within myself is temperance. And like I said, that, and depending on what translation you're reading from, it's self-control, moderation, or self-discipline. It enables us to govern our desires and impulses, ultimately leading to a life of balance and discipline. Okay, moderation in eating, control your emotions, anger, fear, resisting temptation so that you can make choices that align with your values. That's very important. self-discipline in various areas of life, work, gym, health, relationships, spending time. When you have temperance and patience, it is easier to maintain when we are able to control our emotions. I love that because that covers a whole lot of areas in your life. The things that you want, the things that you most desire to do and to excel in your goals and stuff in, that is going to come from temperance. Absolutely. So thank you for joining me on this video. If you enjoyed it, check out my other videos and I'll be back in the next one. Thank you.